Hello friends, welcome back. As you can see, we have really stripped a lot of parts off this Landrover, and you can kind of see the reason why. Taking the tub off here, taking the sides off the tub, and it just gives me good access to the chassis. And I know what you're probably thinking, just put a galvanized chassis on. Well, it's expensive. Plus, this has had a rear cross member at some point. You can see the welds there. So the rear cross member itself is actually pretty solid. But the main reason I took the back portion of the back tub off was the reason that this car was off the road is these holes here. So of course I'll have to remedy that with some welding. You see it's had a patch there as well. Yeah, ideal world, I'd put a new chassis on it, but it's just not cost effective at the moment. And I've got some new foot welds that I'll weld in here, similar to the last two Defenders that I've had of similar ages. Fortunately, the rest of the chassis seems pretty solid. But as I say, just having the rear tub off means I can really get into the top parts of the chassis with steel brush, grinder, get back to bare metal, treat it, prime it, paint it with some zinc primer to try and and stop the rust. But yeah, this was the main point of getting the chassis off, was this hole, and then obviously just having access to all these top parts of the chassis that I wouldn't be able to get to with the tub on. So yes, what else? So I'm going to just put new sides on the tub. That bit will come off too, that bit's already off. So it'll just be all new aluminium panels that rivet on, and my new seats here, brand new seats from a Suzuki Swift Sport 2018, and they're heated as well, so they're going to be a big upgrade. Got my windscreen down here, taking the seat box out as well. You can probably see the reason why I've taken the seat box out. Yes, so you can get repair panels for both sides, battery box and the sort of toolbox portion as well, and they just rivet in. So again, just more cost effective than buying a brand new one. You're looking at sort of £600-700. So just trying to keep the spend down. We've got our lots of bits and pieces here. The part that goes over the gearbox, which is actually decent shape, that can clean up okay. What else have I been doing? Just take you for a trip into the used parts world. I bought this brand new roof. This is from a 2015 Puma. The reason I bought this is because I'm doing a camper van conversion, as I might have said before. This doesn't have the Alpine lights, but more importantly, it's just really straight and nice. It cost $550, but that did include the side panels as well, which are the van sides, which are down there. And obviously this is the original roof that I've taken off. Plan is to just try and clean this up and give it a bit of a paint and then sell it on and recoup some of my money. Those are the sides there that I've taken off. So these are just riveted on both sides, so I'll be able to get brand new parts that are perfectly straight, corrosion free, and they can just go onto the tub that I've got. A rear door which I primed, which I'm currently listed for sale. The reason I'm not keeping this one is it's got the holes for the rear wheel, but I'm going to do a swing away carrier on this one, I think, and There's the original bonnet as well, but I'm probably going to just go for like a Puma style bonnet. I got the wheel arches, which I've put in primer. They're for sale as well. And this capping here was actually in decent shape, so I just gave it a quick paint. And the reason is I'm just trying to recoup as much kind of money as I can for you know, other bits that need to get bought for this build. So yeah, with the chassis off, I'll be able to just crack on with de-rusting it and painting it, and then I can put the tub back on. Right, well, I've dug a bit deeper into this chasm here, and yeah, freak, you know, it's gonna require some patience. I'll try and just like obviously I'll prep all this, but then just have a plate that goes right from that side through to here, weld it on both sides, and then have another bit that comes sort of down here like this on each side for extra strength. Bit of weld on there as well, and then on the outside too. And then I've got this one here which just crumbled away, so I think I might just try and take away this bump stop and then weld a plate over the top of this, and I might even put some bolts through it to add strength. Yeah. This side, cleared away the mud and stuff, went at it with a sort of a flat blade screwdriver, and some mud crumbled away, so yeah, gonna have to do that side too. So these are the worst bits, and then obviously this outrigger here is gonna require some welding too, so that's that. I already started to grind it down. Got myself this nifty little Milwaukee grinder. Got all sorts of attachments for it, these discs and stuff, so yeah, it's going to take a bit of patience. And then another job I've got, I managed to fit this in my half of the garage, is the rear tub, and you see that a lot of it's just corroded away, so I don't know if you can get repair panels for this or if I just have to try and build something, but just because of it, you know, I know you think, oh, why don't you just get a new one, but even a second hand one that will probably still need prepped and some fixing isn't cheap, so oh yeah, wish me luck. Okay, so I picked up this rust converter from the Landrover blogger. It's got really good reviews. Got a feeling that these 2 1 litre bottles are not going to be enough. I've done a bit of grinding to get rid of the surface rust. I don't know how to get all that crap out of there though. Look at that. So now I've got my special stuff, and we're going to apply some of this. Alright, alright, alright. Fairly generous coat of this stuff. I guess we just leave it, and I think it turns black once it's done. Okay, put some more rust converter on it. I've been pretty much grinding and sanding and wire wheeling it for hours. I've kind of probably used up all of my goodwill with the neighbours, so yeah, I might just leave this overnight and then maybe do some welding in the morning. Got some more of the grime off this one, so what I think I'll do is take these 2 brackets off, and then I can basically have like a patch underneath, and maybe I'll just bolt it through rather than weld it, and maybe do the same for here, just a patch underneath and then bolts through it for strength. But I guess I'll probably have to grind these off because they look pretty gobbed. I mean, we can try and unbolt them, but yeah, I don't have too much optimism with that. I've ended up just grinding them off the other one completely snapped. So, but I think you can get these galvanized aftermarket ones, so we'll just go for that. Yeah, we'll do the other side now. Okay, fuel tank needs to come out. I was rubbing inside here. I thought maybe I could just get away with it, but yeah, all this corner here and this corner here just kind of crumbled away. So to get in there, obviously I need to take the fuel tank out so I can repair it and get rid of the rust and so forth. On here I've started the process of welding this up, so I've just bolted in a little triangle piece here, and I'll weld around here and do similar bit for here. So yeah, it's gonna be a busy day. Well, gravity snapped it, but yeah, it was just awkward to get the whole thing out whilst the tank was sitting flush. Anyway, the tank just fell through once I took out the supports for this tow bar, so bloody hell. Right, I think I'm going to call it a day. I need to take the dogs out and stuff. So I've got some metal cut to the right shapes. Just screwed them in with wood screws for now, just so I can hold them in place so I can weld them up. Well, it's about as good as I can do really. I just need to smooth it off a bit, kind of do the same on the other side. I got my little helper out. We're priming it. Well, we're priming the bit that I've treated with a rust converter. Alright, well the plan for this side is slightly different. What we're going to do is we're going to put a plate over that massive hole. But to add some extra strength, we're going to put four bolts to secure it and then come through the other side of the chassis. So what we're doing right now is we're removing the coil spring, which I needed to do anyway so I can actually clean it up and maybe even replace it, and also get access to the underside of the chassis there as well to clean that up. So it's like a 2-for-1. Okay, rear defender 110 coil spring. You don't always have to buy brand new replacements. You might think, oh, this is well done, but a little bit of elbow grease, and a little bit of you know, love and care, and look at that, beautiful. Get a few more years out of that. Right, sit rep. Big hole here is now gone, welded up, and we welded on a new bump stop as well. I say we, it was actually just me to be honest. This hole's gone, this hole's gone, this hole and this hole are also gone. Hole here, gone. Hole down here is gone. And we're waiting on repair panels for the 2 outriggers. We've got our new set of dampeners ready to install. Got our spring, 1 spring ready to go on. Gas tank, petrol tank, sheath is ready for paint. So yeah, not bad. It's probably one of my least favourite jobs because I don't know, I feel like there's so much tension on these to get them out. You just take your head off, but it's out, it's done. Well, it's getting a bit late, so I'm going to call it a night. Yeah, obviously primer on that side, top coat on this side. Yeah, we'll crack on and do the rest of the chassis paint tomorrow if it's dry. But yeah, I'm starting to see some good progress because we don't have any more holes. Okay, I've done one side. Got these, well, this terra firma shock installed, gave the rear spring, brake caliper a bit of a refresh. Next up, I need to remember how to try and refit the petrol tank in the sheath, and then do the same on the other side, and repair these outriggers, install the galvanized brackets that I've got, and then this will be ready for the tub to go back on, but the tub itself needs some attention first. But yeah, we made some good progress. Hey folks, it's pretty miserable out today. It was a little bit dry this morning, so I managed to get these galvanized tub supports in place, and the sort of fabricated repair panels I made up. It's going to be risen, because I've got a repair panel on top. It means the height of these is going to be slightly elevated, but these holes, you know, they're not just circular. There is some scope to move up and down, so it should be okay. And we've got our tub here, which I'm decrusting at the moment, just starting that process, removing the brackets. So I'm going to get galvanized seatbelt brackets so this doesn't happen again, this corrosion. You see, this is where the steel plate, which is for the seatbelt bracket, has direct contact with the aluminium underneath, and you see all this horrible corrosion just eating away at the aluminium. So we've got repair panels from that, from YRM. I'll show you them in a little bit. And yeah, but structurally it looks good. All these metal, these steel, yeah, bracket, or I don't really know what you call them, to be honest, but they just sort of span the whole width of the tub. They look solid. I'll get them stripped down, painted, and I'll do the same with the rest of the actual tub before we get to the point of remounting it to the chassis. And obviously I'll need to refit the fuel tank. I'm just waiting for a new fitting kit arriving for that. So yeah, we made some good progress this morning. Right, just painting this other coil spring, and painted the tub, or the bottom of the tub, blue. Nobody's going to see this, but you know, it protects it, and well, it looks quite nice as well. So yes, next step, repair panels from YRM. I will be painting these before installing them, and probably putting some sort of layer between that and the actual tub itself, because I want to stop the steel and the aluminium from being in contact. So that's what I've been doing tonight. Right, okay, that's just got the back end of the chassis completely finished, completely solid, primed, painted. The outriggers, galvanized ones, are back on there. Got repair panels, they're totally solid now. We've got our springs refurbished, we've got our new dampeners on each side, we've got our fuel tank back in, we've got our new fuel sender all installed, plugged in, filled it up with some diesel, started it up, started first time, ran it for a while, and the gauge is working correctly. So this is pretty much it for this episode. The repair panels are all in place on the tub. So these YRM galvanized, amazingly well made repair panels are in. So that is, yeah, really happy with how they came out. And as you see, you've got this section on here for even more strength. So basically we are ready to put this tub back to the chassis and then move on to the next part of the restoration. So but yeah, this is a big step in the right direction. So thank you for watching. I know this is a longer video, but yeah, we will crack on, and I'll see you in the next one.